Steampunk.
This is Steampunk Starraisin, AmberStreet.com, and I guess people wanted to ask me a few questions about the prank call that I had this morning. So, go ahead.
Well, actually, no, not the prank call. Sorry.
I misunderstood. I thought that's what...
I'm sorry. Yeah, look, well, first of all...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, actually, first of all, welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 304. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Steampunk Starraisin. What's up?
Hey, AmberStreet.com.
There you go. What's up, Connor Farley?
Hello.
Mike D.
Yeah, Who Wars Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. It has like 9 likes, or at least the last I checked, it had 9 likes.
Okay, so why don't you tell us, okay, what happened today? Where did you go today?
Oh, I went to a job interview out near Culver City. It was quite far away from where the hotel was. It took me a little while.
Okay.
But yeah, I went into a senior video editing position. It was the whole point of the reason why I came to LA was to do production. I don't have to be a director, even though I've directed films. I'll do editing. I love doing editing. I find it relaxing. And I think the interview went pretty well, because after I do this podcast, I have to...
By the way, don't give the name of the company, Chris, because there's trolls that watch. So
yeah,
of course, I know better. I'm not going to give the name of the company, especially when I am not quite sure if I even have the job yet.
Right.
But I think it went well because the interviewer, I'm not going to mention her by name either, she smiled and she talked about how there was 2 things on my resume that stood out. I put leadership, mainly my leadership experience from directing. I directed 2 films. I've directed 2 different music videos. I've directed a TV pilot, so I have management experience. And she liked that, and the fact that I was an artist. She said she had interviewed a lot of video editors who only do video editing and nothing else. They have no other hobbies, no other creative thinking. She wants somebody that can think outside the box. I said, I can think outside the box, quite literally, outside of the computer box. And, because I'm an artist. And so she wants me to email her a painting. She wouldn't make these requests if she wasn't considering to hire me. Because why bother wasting the time? She wants me to email her a painting that I did for my own enjoyment, not for a professional. And I'm just going to email her my self-portrait off my Facebook page. That's what I did for my own enjoyment. And she wants me to email her a copy of my graphic design work. I'm going to email her my Steampunk money off my Facebook page. And that's graphic design. And it's a flyer, and it's also money. And she wants me to email her a link to a sample of my video editing work, which I've got plenty of that on my YouTube, which will be no problem. I can do that within like 30 minutes.
So now, how did you get dressed for the interview? What'd you wear?
I did dress steampunk, of course. I have common sense. I wore a suit and a tie.
Wow! Do you have a picture of that?
If you go to my Instagram page, you want to laugh at me? You go to my Instagram.
First of all, we're not going to laugh at you. No, listen to me. Listen to me. We're not going to laugh at you. I'm actually very proud of you that,
Okay.
You did that.
The picture, I took a selfie with me in the suit where I'm not steampunk.
Wow. Okay.
But you would have to go to, if you go to my YouTube, there's a link to my Instagram. If you go
Could I look you up on Instagram? What is your name on Instagram?
Follow me. I'll follow you back or whatnot.
What is it, Steampunk?
No, just Star. I think Steampunk Starraisin was too long of a handle. Or if you go to my YouTube, there's a direct link on my YouTube page.
I got you.
You got me? Okay, yeah. So there's pictures of me, a couple pictures of me, way I was dressed for the interview. I figured people would be curious. I had my tie a little bit tighter than that. I had just got back from the interview, and I was tired of losing my tie. Not used to wearing a tie.
That's pretty cool, bro. I gotta say. Very proud of you, man.
All right. Well,
that's pretty damn cool.
It's like Ravy. It's like Ravy's in the South here.
Yeah, the job could save my butt quite a bit because she asked me how much I wanted, and I said I need at least $3,000 a month. And she's like, "Oh, that's not too much. Less than I expected." So
Listen. We always listen. We may, joke around here on the show. We may, had some hardcore elements in our podcast with you, but we care, man, and we want you to succeed. And we want you to be motivated to do stuff like that. And, I'm actually very proud of you. I think that's fantastic that, you actually went and did this, and this could open up a whole new world for you and doors. So,
yeah, I hope so. The biggest reason why I think I got the request for a job interview is thanks to my friend Mike at West Jordan, Utah. I won't mention his last name because I realize now that there's a bunch of trolls watching. But
it's just they don't go away.
He wrote my whole resume. He took out a lot of time. He didn't just rewrite it casually. He rewrote the entire resume and added a bunch of stuff that he thought of and spiced it up because my resume was pretty bland. Because I was spam emailing hundreds of job listings and not even getting one response. Or I'd get one response and it was for a non-paid internship. And so I tried a different tactic. I applied for fewer jobs because I actually took the time to read them all as opposed to just spam emailing. Because I was just clicking on links and just emailing as many as possible. I was hoping numerical statistical probability would help out, but it didn't work. And so I tried different tactics. But yeah, this is the only job interview I got. So, but I think it went really well because she wouldn't have requested all the additional information if she wasn't considering hiring me. Plus, she was smiling a lot. I think she found me to be attractive. And just
that's cool, actually. That's pretty cool, man.
I don't read social cues very well.
You really go, bro. You go. You freaking go.
Yeah, that hat got her wet.
Well, I wasn't wearing
no hat. There was no hat.
It was my hair. I've been told I have nice, thick, long hair.
Yeah. All right. So I know Mike D wants to ask you some questions, and you want to ask him anything, Mike?
Do I? No. Chris and I talked.
Okay.
Like Connor might.
No, I don't want to ask him anything. I just want to say, well done on doing the job interview, and I hope that you get the job.
Yeah, bro. Keep us posted on that. We're really.
Go ahead. I plan on going to WonderCon tomorrow and Sunday. I don't have a badge, and I didn't get approved for a press badge, but I'm just going to tailgate the convention and interview people and cosplay in the common areas. It's the same thing I did when I went to Gallifrey 1. I didn't have a badge. I just hung out in the common area, and I still had a flower.
Right.
And I plan on going to Star Wars Celebration, hopefully. Hopefully, cool. If I get the job, then hopefully it won't interfere with that. I'm going to try to stress that, hey, I've already got a gig and I need to do this because getting a press pass for Star Wars Celebration, I had to fill out a lot of paperwork and it was hard to get a press pass for that convention. So I definitely don't want to throw that opportunity out of it.
Now, I do want to ask Mike D a question. Mike D, yes. How long are you and Chris friends? How long do you know each other?
Since 2010? Like November 2000.
I'd say it's been like 5 years, roughly.
Okay.
Cool. I think, I don't even remember, I think John and I were out somewhere and ran into him, I think at Barnes & Noble one time, and then we ran into him at a restaurant, and I just was like, oh yeah, you were over at Barnes & or I think we were talking about Doctor Who or something, or I overheard Chris talking about Doctor Who with somebody.
I was with that really cool girl, and unfortunately, she got really attached to her boyfriend, and I lost touch with her. Yeah, I was hanging out with that really cool girl, Emily. She was like an agnostic atheist. She was into Doctor Who. She was a really cool chick. I hung out with her.
Cool.
I probably slept with her, but I just didn't. Her boyfriend was a nice guy, and I knew her boyfriend. And even though she was throwing out signals that I probably could have hooked up with her, I just didn't feel right because I knew her boyfriend and he was a nice guy.
Well, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, it got really complicated.
No, man, you should have hit
Well,
that.
unfortunately,
You always have time after.
unfortunately, it got really
feel bad
complicated.
and all that stuff. Just go ahead and hit it.
I could have. I mean, Michael remembers the girl because she hung out with me and she took an affection to me for quite a while, but I didn't really boyfriend. We just kept.
Right. What was the birth of Rabies and a Sapphire?
But she ended up not talking to me anymore because she had some problems with her boyfriend, and she was worried about losing him, and then she focused around her boyfriend and trying to keep her
well, that's okay. Forget about that whore, Chris. Where did Rabies and a Sapphire come from? That's what Joe was asking.
I wanted an original metaphor that could be traced only to me, and I thought about it for a while. Thought about it for months. I was like, I needed an original metaphor that nobody else has thought of. Something that's really out there, but also comes across the point of my theory of chaos and order. And some people are chaos generators, some people are order generators, and some people are in between, and nothing is perfect. And I was like, well, jewelry, but like say a diamond, because diamond's been used as a common metaphor. Like something a little bit more obscure, semi-precious stone, like sapphire. That's that perfect symbol of order. And then what's the perfect symbol of chaos? What better term than disease, but not too offensive. I didn't want to use AIDS, because that's been used too much as a metaphor. Definitely not Ebola or anything like that. I wanted to use something that was not so offensive, but it was brutal to the point where it got the point across. So rabies for chaos. That's actually, the rabies is the closest thing to a zombie virus, if you let it go far enough. Anyway, and sapphire, perfect order.
Hey, Chris, try and get closer to the phone, because it's a little difficult to understand.
Oh, sorry, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my laptop. I'm on my laptop.
Yeah,
let's turn the air conditioner off. Turn the air conditioner off. There we go. Is that better? Turn the AC off.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Get closer, yeah. You sound a lot better.
Yeah. Sorry about that. There's a fan for the AC in the hotel room. It's kind of hot today. It's been... Today was 12 degrees warmer, a lot of higher than average temperatures. There hasn't been that much snowfall this year. There's a severe drought. There's only years worth of water supply left in LA. And I'm surprised nobody's panicking yet. There was already warning signs. I'm telling you to only water your grass on certain days, but I don't know. I don't really see any noticeable changes in human behavior. They're probably going to wait until... It's like, why do they have all these green grass lawns in California with sprinklers going and water? I see water creeping down the road. It's like, man, like in Colorado where they have water shortages, they have gravel lawns, and they're beautiful. You can get different mosaic patterns of gravel, and it doesn't make your lawn look ugly. It's just energy efficient. You don't have to waste so much freaking water to keep it looking beautiful. And I don't know why they haven't thought of doing that here. They really do away with all the green grass they got around here.
They need to make you the mayor of fucking mayor of LA, man.
They'd take a lot of money.
Wow. So.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How many videos are you make tomorrow?
Just probably the one brief update. I've been having technical issues with my laptop. I'm almost out of hard drive space. It's just been one nightmare technical. I finally fixed my CD-ROM drive. It wasn't accepting disk, and I was trying to upgrade my hard drive, and then I couldn't install my CD software, my Microsoft Office, and my iMovie software on the new hard drive, so I had to switch back to my old drive, which is full. And it was mainly because my CD, I had dropped my MacBook, and it had bent the little opening so the CD wouldn't kick out all the way. And I took a screwdriver, pried it open, and it ejects just fine. So I fixed the CD driver, but get this is like an amazing coincidence. I'm not such
Steve Jobs is a Cyberman. He
both,
fixed your laptop.
both of my backup hard drives failed me. So I have no
MrStreet.com.
backup hard drive.
MrStreet.com.
Actually, got back just because it's critical necessity, because I need to keep doing my video vlog, because I'm actually starting to make a little bit of money from my video vlog.
Are you
But
really?
Well, I have fans that donate to me. I will just say
Oh, okay. All right.
you pull in your fans' resources, and sometimes they want to help you. But
Right. Exactly.
I have a Patreon too, but nobody.
Why don't you do a Kickstarter? Can't you do a Kickstarter where you
I've
ask
done
for like $25,000 for miscellaneous products to do another movie, maybe, or you know, something, and you could just get some stuff done?
Kickstarter is an enigma to me, and I will tell you why. I did 2 Kickstarters, and they both failed to get any funding.
They
The
failed?
first Kickstarter I did was for, yeah, like this is the Anything Show. The first Kickstarter I did, when I say a
Everything
Kickstarter,
Show.
even failed project, even in failed projects, even if they do fundraising, the page is still there. You can still look at the history of my previous Kickstarters. You just have to Google my name. I did a Kickstarter for it was going to be a steampunk game called The World is a Mess, and I just wanted to steampunk it. I thought that was a pretty clever title, and I did a Kickstarter for it with rewards and everything, and it got funded $0.
Wow.
And that was a 30-day Kickstarter. And then last year, I did a Kickstarter for the Federation. I was like, let's make the Federation real. Like most things in science fiction, they start out as fiction, but they eventually become a reality. Why not make Star Trek Federation real? I mean, like, you know, I'd probably add like a steampunk twist to it, and I wouldn't make it Star Trek literal, but I would be influenced by the philosophy of Roddenberry. I would make the Federation real, try to promote the common interest of knowledge to take preference over the pursuit of wealth. And and I did a Kickstarter for that, and that got a little bit more interest, and I got $4 funded.
Well, how does that work? You
get,
ask for a certain amount, and then when you get it, they give it to you?
Well, I asked for $2,000, and if you don't meet your fundraising goal, you don't get any of the money that's donated. That's the way Kickstarter works.
How fast you get? What do you get on that PayPal?
Yeah, well, actually, it doesn't go through PayPal. It goes through Amazon payments. You have to set up an Amazon merchant account, and then it's tied in with your bank account. You have to have a checking account, and you set up an Amazon account, payment account, and Amazon does this also for charities. And so when Kickstarter, you meet your fundraising goal, Kickstarter takes a 10% cut, and then they give the rest to your Amazon account, and your Amazon account, you can wire it to your bank account.
Oh, cool.
It takes a little while to set up all that stuff, but it's really easy to do. I recommend anybody try it. Now, this is what I don't get. The world is a mess, and I just went to steampunk it. The one thing I did get an offer, this is was in 2012, was the Phoenix Film Festival, Phoenix, Arizona Film Festival, sent me an email, said that they liked the premise of my film, and they offered to showcase my film at the film festival for free. But by this time, I was already going broke, and I didn't have the money, and I just sold my car, and I didn't have the money or to rent a car or for travel expenses. The reason why, even though I got invited to the Phoenix Film Festival, I didn't go, and I could have showcased my film. That would have been wonderful, but I had no money. Nobody funded the project. It did get a little bit of publicity. Basically, I might still make that movie. The world is a mess. I just want to steampunk it. I've been filming the evolution of steam, clips of myself and all my experiences and travels that I've done to Australia and Barcelona. I easily edited that to take time, and I would need those. And nobody was willing to fund it. And here's the thing I don't get about Kickstarter. Some idiot, and I'm really jealous, but I just don't get the idiocracy of this. A guy did a Kickstarter for potato salad. No business plan. I want to make a potato salad for myself. That was his business plan. Give me $75. I will do a pizza party for myself. It was all self-centered. nothing for the community at all, and it was just a joke. It was potato salad. He got $50,000.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
what makes me sick about it.
That sounds smart to me. Sounds like greed pays off.
It's cool, but it's like news.
He might need to drop out and come back in, Joe.
Why would people give this guy $50,000 for potato salad? But then I did some research on the guy. He runs a social media company. It's not a very well-known one. It's like some company that manages social media. They're like a PR firm. So I think that's the real story. Was he had the connections. He owns a PR firm. He owns a social media company. And so he already had all these built-in connections. He was able to spam people and get people to know about his shitty Kickstarter.
Right.
I mean, it's hilarious. I laugh. Don't get me wrong, but it made me envious. It's like, God, the Federation. I could have like launched a real Federation.
Well, why don't you make a Steampunk Federation
to hire a PR firm?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so why don't you give us a shout-out tomorrow when you're at the convention?
The Real Hoovy.
I will give you...
Real, and don't get it wrong, though.
Real
Hoovians Cast. Yes.
I have a
Real
question.
Hoovians Cast.
Yes.
Sure.
Have you ever met Eliza Dushku?
Ooh, Faith?
Yeah, that's his girl, man.
I have met her. I have met her.
Interesting.
Eliza Dushku. I met her at... I actually got her autograph. I met her at DragonCon 2012.
You said she liked her. She liked your hat. Excuse me. Jeez, I can't even tell him.
She did like my hat, but I also purposely stood first in line. I was a hardcore fan. I really loved her in Dollhouse, and I hated they can't. It was a really good show. It was really starting to pick up steam by season 2, and then it canceled it after season 1 as much as I had hoped. But it was still a really good show, and I was just a really big fan. I was very attracted to her, so I was very intimidated by her. I got to DragonCon 2012. I got to her autograph booth, but she had taken a lunch break, and there was nobody in line. And I was like, you know what? There's going to be a zillion people in line. I might as well wait in line now while there's no one here and be first in line to see Eliza Dushku. And I always had a hard time pronouncing her name until I met her. Anywho, so I met her, and she liked my steampunk look. I had my leather jacket, I had my hat, this hat, I was wearing this hat, and she was literally, it was surreal. It was like out of the scene out of Dollhouse. So it looked like dog crap. Like Rose McClellan, that she was plastic surgery. She just does not look good. She has not aged well. But like Eliza Dushku, I have any plastic surgery that I could discern. She's just a natural beauty, and she looks just as good in person as she does on the TV show Dollhouse.
Wow,
and
pretty cool.
She was like, and she had her mirror and doing her lipstick really bright, and it was just like something out of a scene of Dollhouse. But I could tell she was kind of playing up for fans. That was the reason why she was doing that. Okay. And she commented on my, wow, I really like your look, and I was explaining to her what steampunk was, and I didn't have anything. What I did was I paid for a picture, I paid for her autograph. I think it was like $40 for her autograph.
Wow.
And then it was like $35 for her autograph, and then $5 for print. And then I gave her one of my Earth dollars, one of my steampunk money, and she tried to sign the steampunk money, and I was like, no, I don't want you to sign it. This is for you. I want you to check out my website. I was like, oh, cool, that's pretty neat. It was really nice, and she was talking to me on and on about steampunk stuff, but then her agent was getting antsy because there was a long line behind me, and I was first in line. And I was actually, if I had stayed talking to her any longer, I got to talk to her for about 5 minutes. If I'd stayed talking to her for any longer, where the fans were getting mad that I was talking to her so long. So, to be polite, I stepped out of line after she finished autographing, and I only talked to her for a few minutes after that. And and then we were gone. But yeah, she was really cool to meet in person, really nice. Seemed very grateful for her fans, and
Awesome.
very hot.
All right, before we go, I'm going to want Connor to ask you anything he wants to ask you, or Mike D, and then I want you to promote your stuff. So go ahead, Connor.
I don't have anything else. That's it.
Mike D?
I'm sorry, you dropped off on my end. You said something about you were going to ask Connor something?
Yeah, I want to know if you guys want to ask him anything before I have him promote his stuff, and then we're going to get out of here for the night.
No, I can talk to him later.
Okay. All right, so why don't you just tell us your websites, give a message to your fans, and then, do that.
Oh, well, my website is amberstreet.com, AMBERSTREET.com, or you can look me up on the fan page, Steampunk Starraisin, Steam, STEAM, PUNK, Steampunk Star, STARRAISIN. I reach for the stars, my dreams, and I keep them grounded in realism like a shriveled up raisin. And I also have a fan page for a movie that I directed. If you look up I'm Wondering Mind of the Garbage Chute.
Okay, that you're expecting, not you're expecting, you want fans to help you out, like fund your projects and stuff?
Yeah, they could. The most direct way they could do it is go to my Patreon. You could fund me as little as 25 cents. I'll take 25 cents. Every little bit helps. I'm not picky. You don't have to donate a certain amount. You can donate. You can pledge as little as 25 cents per video. But I've been doing daily videos, so that would be 25 cents per day. Or you could just do a fixed amount on Patreon. Patreon is kind of like Kickstarter, but for video vloggers. But I haven't been that successful with Patreon either. If you go to my About section on my YouTube page, there's a link to my Patreon, and I've had it for a while, but nobody's donated to it.
We're going to put a link to your website in the description, so fans can just go right to your YouTube, and they'll find out how to donate there, right? Once they get to your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I can use the help. I can use the help for logistical support. I've been running into, I had 2 backup hard drives that failed. I don't really have the money to replace them. And I ran into a lot of technical issues, and just
if anybody could help him out, that would be greatly appreciated. He's a really good guy, and he has many different videos from different conventions, interviewing cosplay girls, and he's very smart. And I think it'll be pretty cool to fund you. So I'm hoping that you get a big following for this, so they can actually help you to go to these big Star Wars conventions that are coming up, and maybe you can meet some celebrities and stuff like that. So I support you on this, and feel free to, one more time, name your website.
Yeah, it's amberstreet.com, or you can donate to my PayPal. It's CMFURNER, CMFurner, @gmail.com is my PayPal.
All right. Thank you very much, Steampunk Starraisin.
You got to have Chris do his sign-off, his token sign-off, though.
Yes, I'm going to zoom in on you, and instead of take care, bye for now, it's going to be your thing. So go ahead.
Come on, Chris, do your sign-off.
All right, this is Steampunk Starraisin. I'll see you 25 billion years. I will.